Do you ever feel stuck, like life is passing you by, and you're just watching instead of living? Do you feel like everyone else is moving forward, achieving their dreams, while you are stuck in the same place, wondering why life hasn't worked out for you yet? Well, what if I told you that everything you need to change your life is already inside you? Yes, you are capable of more than you think. Yes, you have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of, even if right now it seems impossible. And that's exactly what Jen Sincero, in her book You Are a Badass, wants to show you. This isn't just another self-help book. It's not about generic platitudes or vague motivational quotes. It's a wake-up call, a push, a kick in the butt to stop playing small, to stop doubting yourself, to stop listening to the voice that says, you can't. Jen wants you to know something simple, yet life-changing. You are a badass, and it's time to act like one. Part 1. Believe in yourself and your power. Jen begins with a powerful truth. Your thoughts create your reality. She writes, if you want to change your life, you have to first change your mind. Your thoughts, your beliefs, the stories you tell yourself. These are the foundation of everything in your life. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I'm not good enough. I'll never be successful. I don't deserve happiness. These thoughts are like invisible chains, holding you back from the life you want. Jen shares her own journey as an example. She went from being broke, insecure, and constantly doubting herself, to becoming a successful coach, speaker, and author. She did this not by waiting for luck, but by changing the way she thought about herself. She stopped listening to the inner voice that said, you're too young, too inexperienced, too ordinary. Instead, she started telling herself, I am worthy. I am capable. I am unstoppable. And here's the key, it worked. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you will never take the actions needed to create the life you want. Let's make it real. Have you ever stayed quiet in a meeting, even though you had a brilliant idea, just because you doubted yourself? Have you ever avoided a new opportunity because you thought, I can't do this? That's the exact trap Jen warns against. Real-life example 1. Sarah, an ordinary office worker, always felt she deserved more, but was too scared to ask for a raise. Her fear whispered, they won't take you seriously, you'll embarrass yourself. But one day, she acted as if she were confident. She walked into her boss's office and asked for what she deserved. Not only did she get the raise, but she also got a promotion a few months later. All because she believed she was worthy. Real-life example 2. Tom, a graphic designer, wanted to freelance, but kept telling himself, I'm not experienced enough. For months, he procrastinated, until he finally decided to start small. He created a website, posted his portfolio online, and contacted a few potential clients. Within weeks, he landed his first paying client, and soon, he had a steady stream of projects. The only difference? He believed in himself enough to take action. Jen's exercises for believing in yourself. 1. Write down your fears. Every doubt, every negative thought. 2. Write down evidence that proves you can overcome these fears. 3. Read this list daily. Let it remind you, you are capable. 4. Act as if you are already the person you want to be. It might feel awkward, even fake, at first. That's okay. That's how transformation starts. Now, let's go deeper. Jen explains that believing in yourself is not about arrogance. It's about honesty, acknowledging your potential, and refusing to let fear stop you. She uses humor, tough love, and real-life stories to make it clear that self-belief is non-negotiable. Example from Reality 3. Lisa, a teacher, always dreamed of writing a book. She told herself, I'm too busy, too ordinary, who would read my words? One day, she decided to write just 1 page a day. No pressure, just progress. Months later, she finished her book, published it online, and it became a hit. Her life changed, not because the world suddenly believed in her, but because she believed in herself first. Jen also emphasizes the role of daily habits in building self-belief. Small, consistent actions compound over time. Wake up each morning and affirm, I am worthy. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. Take at least one action each day, even tiny, toward your goals. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and avoid those who drain your energy. She reminds readers that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every mistake, every setback, is a lesson, and a sign that you are trying. Another practical tip from Jen. Visualize your future self, the version of you that has achieved your dreams. Imagine how they think, how they act, how they handle challenges. Then, start acting like that person today. Real life example 4. Michael wanted to start a YouTube channel, but feared nobody would watch. He visualized himself as a creator, confident and consistent. He posted his first video, then another, and slowly his audience grew. He didn't let fear stop him, because he had a vision of his badass self. Jen concludes this part with a powerful statement. Belief in yourself is the starting point for all transformation. If you don't believe in you, nobody else will. Once you do, doors will start opening, opportunities will appear, and your life will start to transform. So take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and say out loud, I am powerful. I am worthy. I am a badass. Repeat it every day, and feel the energy shift inside you. Because the truth is, you are not here to play small. You are here to live fully, to shine, to create a life that excites you, and to show the world what you're capable of. And that is where part 1 ends, with a clear message. Believe in yourself, and everything else becomes possible. Part 2. Let go of fear and self-sabotage. Now that you understand the power of believing in yourself, Jen Sincero turns to the second step of becoming a badass, learning to let go of fear and stop self-sabotaging. Fear is the #1 enemy of your dreams. It is the invisible wall that stops you from reaching your potential. It whispers doubts, reminds you of past failures, and convinces you to stay small. Jen explains that fear is often just a story we tell ourselves. It is not real, but it feels real. It's a way our brain tries to keep us safe. Safe, but small, and far from the life we truly want. She shares her own story. Before she became a successful coach and author, Jen was afraid to pursue her dream of writing books. She worried nobody would care about her words. She worried she would fail. She worried she wasn't good enough. But she went for it anyway. She faced the fear. She took action despite the trembling in her stomach. And the result? Millions of readers and a best-selling career. Real-life example 1. Mike, a talented musician, played music only in his bedroom for years. He was terrified of rejection and criticism. Finally, he posted a video online. It went viral. And today, he tours the world. The fear never disappeared. He just acted anyway. Fear is a sign you are stepping out of your comfort zone. It is a compass pointing to where you need to go. Jen's tip. Notice when fear shows up. Acknowledge it. And then do the exact thing that scares you. Self-sabotage often comes hand in hand with fear. It appears as procrastination, negative self-talk, or overthinking. For example, you may delay launching a project, or avoid applying for your dream job, or even convince yourself your goals are impossible. Jen calls this behavior bullshit, and she encourages readers to recognize it. She says, stop making excuses, stop hiding behind stories, and start taking responsibility for your life. Real life example 2. Emma wanted to start a business. Every week, she found a new reason not to begin. Her fear of failure paralyzed her. One day, she realized she was sabotaging herself. She committed to starting one small step every day. Within months, her business was off the ground. She learned that action beats fear every single time. Jen also emphasizes the role of affirmations and mindset shifts. Daily affirmations like, I am brave. I take action despite fear. I am worthy of success. Help reprogram your brain to focus on possibility instead of limitation. Visualization is another powerful tool. See yourself succeeding. Imagine the steps you are taking. Feel the emotions of achieving your goal. This trains your mind to accept success as possible. Real life example 3. David wanted to run a marathon. He doubted his ability because he never ran more than a mile before. Instead of quitting, He visualized crossing the finish line every day. He broke the training into small steps. And gradually, he built the endurance and confidence. On race day, he completed the marathon. His fear never left. He just acted anyway. Jen encourages readers to ask themselves 2 questions when fear appears. 1. What is the worst that could happen? 2. If the worst happens, can I handle it? The answers usually show that fear is smaller than it seems, and that you are stronger than you realize. Self-sabotage also appears in the form of perfectionism. You may wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. But perfectionism is just another form of fear. Waiting for the perfect moment guarantees you will stay stuck. Jen's advice: start imperfectly. Take action now. You will learn and grow as you go. Another real-life example. Samantha wanted to publish her photography online. She waited for the perfect camera, perfect website, perfect logo. Months passed. Finally, she decided to post what she had. Her work attracted clients immediately. She learned that imperfect action beats perfect procrastination. Fear and self-sabotage are natural. Everyone experiences them. The difference between people who succeed and those who don't is action. And repeated action despite fear. Jen concludes this part with a powerful reminder. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Choose courage. Choose action. Choose to create a life you are proud of. By letting go of fear and self-sabotage, you open the door to opportunities, abundance, and true badass living. Part 3. Take action and create your badass life. Now that you believe in yourself, and you have learned to face your fears, the final step is action. Action is what turns dreams into reality. Jen Sincero emphasizes that belief and mindset alone are not enough. Without action, nothing changes. You can think positively every day, visualize success, repeat affirmations. But if you do not act, your life stays the same. Action is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. Jen shares her own story of taking action. She didn't become a best-selling author overnight. She started small, with tiny consistent steps. She wrote a little each day, even when she doubted herself. She reached out to publishers, gave talks, and networked. Slowly, these small actions compounded. And eventually, she became unstoppable. Real-life example 1. Lisa dreamed of starting a business. She didn't have a lot of money or connections, but she committed to doing something every day toward her goal. She posted on social media, contacted potential clients, learned new skills. After months of consistent action, she launched a successful business. The key was daily steps, no matter how small. Action also requires letting go of the need to control everything. Jen says perfectionism and over-planning are often excuses. They are ways we avoid real work. Start where you are, with what you have. Momentum grows as you take steps. Real-life example 2. James wanted to write a book. He waited for the perfect time and perfect idea. Months passed, and nothing happened. Finally, he decided to write 500 words per day, no matter what. After a year, he finished his manuscript. His life changed because he took action consistently. Jen's tip: decide what you want clearly. Break it down into small, manageable steps. Take action today, even if it feels uncomfortable or imperfect. Action beats fear every time. Another important point Jen makes is surrounding yourself with supportive people. Your environment influences your behavior. If you are around naysayers, procrastinators, or negative thinkers, it will be harder to act. Choose mentors, friends, and communities that inspire you. They push you to take risks and believe in your potential. Real-life example 3. Samantha wanted to improve her fitness and health. She joined a supportive online community. She committed to small actions each day: walking, stretching, healthy meals. The encouragement and accountability of the group kept her consistent. Within months, her lifestyle transformed, and she felt more confident and empowered than ever. Jen also highlights the importance of celebrating small wins. Even tiny achievements build momentum and confidence. It reminds your brain that progress is possible, and fuels motivation for bigger actions. Small daily steps are the secret to big results, not huge leaps that overwhelm you. Consistency, persistence, and courage are the pillars of a badass life. Real-life example 4. Michael wanted to become a public speaker. He started by speaking to small groups of friends, then local clubs and workshops. Every experience, no matter how small, improved his skills. Within a year, he was speaking at large events and building a career. Action compounded over time, and fear became less and less powerful. Jen concludes that action is about ownership. You cannot wait for permission, luck, or ideal conditions. You have to create your life intentionally. You have to take responsibility for your choices and actions. Action is also about embracing mistakes and learning from them. Failure is inevitable when trying new things. Jen emphasizes that mistakes are feedback, not proof of inadequacy. Each mistake teaches you how to improve. Each setback builds resilience, skill, and experience. Real-life example 1. Emma launched her first online store and made many mistakes. She mispriced products, her website was clunky, her marketing fell flat. Instead of giving up, she analyzed each failure, applied the lessons, and eventually built a highly successful business. Her consistency and willingness to act imperfectly created momentum. She learned that action compounded over time. Jen encourages a mindset shift. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop waiting for the ideal moment. Start now, take small steps, learn, adjust, and keep moving forward. Visualization and affirmations remain powerful tools. Imagine the life you want as if it is already yours. See yourself taking the actions required. Feel the confidence, pride, and excitement of living that life. Then act in alignment with that vision. Real-life example 2. David wanted to run a marathon. He visualized crossing the finish line, imagining the cheers, the satisfaction. He started training a little each day. Even when discouraged or tired, he kept moving forward. Months later, he crossed the finish line. Action combined with belief and visualization made it possible. Jen stresses that taking action requires self-love and self-care. You cannot build a badass life if you are constantly exhausted, stressed, or doubting yourself. Prioritize rest, nutrition, mental breaks, and reflection. This keeps your energy high and your focus sharp. Another tip from Jen. Track your progress. Write down what you achieve each day, no matter how small. Even tiny steps count. Over time, this builds confidence and shows that your efforts are creating real results. Real-life example 3. Sarah wanted to learn a new language. She practiced just 15 minutes a day, consistently. She tracked her lessons and celebrated milestones. Over time, she spoke fluently. Consistency, not intensity, led to mastery and success. Jen reminds readers that action is not linear. You will face setbacks, distractions, and delays. The key is persistence. Get back up after mistakes, keep moving, and trust the process. Real-life example 4. Alex wanted to become a professional photographer. His first shoots were awkward, his lighting was off, and clients were few. Instead of quitting, he analyzed his mistakes, practiced daily, and sought feedback. Gradually, his skills improved. He built a portfolio and started getting paid work. A few years later, he runs a successful photography business. All because he acted consistently, learned from mistakes, and refused to give up. Jen also emphasizes taking *** bold, even scary actions ***. Sometimes, growth requires stepping far outside your comfort zone. A bold move might feel risky, but it accelerates progress. Fear often signals you are heading in the right direction. Real-life example 5. Maria wanted to speak at a conference but was terrified of public speaking. She volunteered anyway. Her first speech was shaky, but she learned and improved. Within a year, she was invited to speak at multiple events. Her career and confidence skyrocketed. Action despite fear created opportunities she never imagined. Jen's final tips for creating a badass life. 1. Decide what you want clearly. 2. Break it down into manageable steps. 3. Take imperfect action every day. 4. Learn from mistakes and keep moving forward. 5. Surround yourself with supportive people. 6. Track progress and celebrate small wins. 7. Practice self-care and maintain energy. 8. Visualize your success and act in alignment with it. Every step you take compounds. Every day you act builds momentum. Every fear you overcome makes you stronger. Every mistake you learn from makes you wiser. Your badass life is not built in a day. It is built one courageous step at a time, one consistent effort at a time, and one choice to act instead of wait. Final real-life example 6. Jack wanted to become a freelance writer. He started by writing for free to build experience, faced rejection multiple times, kept improving, submitting, and networking. Within a year, he had regular clients and a growing income. He didn't wait for permission, he created his own opportunities. Jen concludes that you are responsible for your life. You have the power to create your dreams. You have the ability to act despite fear, doubt, or obstacles. Every small action compounds into massive results. You are a badass. Now go live like one. Take one step today toward your dream. Take another tomorrow. Momentum builds, fear fades, and your life transforms. The world is waiting for your contribution. Your ideas, your creativity, your energy. Do not hold back. Act boldly, consistently, and unapologetically. This is how you create a badass life. Remember, the bridge between who you are now and who you want to be is action, persistence, and courage. Start today. No excuses, no waiting, no fear. Your badass life is waiting for you.